The year was 2184. Humanity had spread across the solar system. Colonies on Mars, mining stations near Saturn, and giant satellites around Earth kept communication alive. Life was fast. Data moved faster. And no one paid attention to the noise. No one. Except Leah Carson. She sat in a small dark room, deep underground in old New York. It wasn't really New York anymore. Most people had moved to the floating towers. But Leah liked the quiet. The silence helped her listen. Leah was a signal hacker. She didn't break into banks or steal money. She searched for patterns in space. Strange sounds, signals, and hidden codes. Most of them were trash reflections of solar storms, or broken messages from lost probes. But something came in last night. And it wouldn't stop. Her screen blinked softly with green numbers. Code stream stable. She whispered to herself. The signal came from near Jupiter. That wasn't rare. Hundreds of human ships passed through Jupiter's orbit every week. But this one was different. It pulsed every 6.2 seconds. Each pulse contained a block of repeating symbols. Not in any known language, not in machine code either. It felt alive. Leah ran a decryption tool. The symbols twisted, changed shape, and reformed. "It's changing itself," she said. She recorded the first 10 minutes. Then she made the worst mistake any smart hacker could make. She replied. Leah typed a small string of numbers and hit send, aiming her reply toward the same direction. It was just a test. A handshake. Nothing happened for 2 full minutes. Then, the signal changed. The pulses got faster. New symbols appeared. And this time they matched her code. "It's talking back," she said, her voice shaking. A soft beep echoed in the room. It was her alert system. Someone else was trying to trace her signal. Leah's fingers flew over the keyboard. She hit her IP, rerouted her code through 5 old satellites, and erased her return path. The signal was still coming. But now someone else knew she had touched it. She leaned back in her chair. Okay, now it gets dangerous. She contacted her old crew. Back before she worked alone, Leah had been part of a secret hacker circle called the Black Loop. They didn't steal or fight. They explored signals, broke through firewalls of deep space probes, and sometimes found strange things, like this. Her comlink buzzed. "Leah? This better be real," said a tired voice. "Jax, I need you in Luna. I found something near Jupiter." "It's not human." There was a long silence, then, "We're coming." 2 days later, in an old warehouse near the edge of the Atlantic Arc, 3 hackers stared at the signal on Leah's giant screen. Jax was tall, quiet, and always carried a small silver cube that helped him run AI tests. Luna was the fastest coder. Leah knew. She wore headphones all the time, even when she wasn't listening to anything. They both looked scared. "This isn't a probe. It's too complex," Jax said. "It's single quotes S. Intelligent," Luna added. Leah nodded. "And it's near Jupiter." "I checked records. There's no human ship in that orbit right now," Jax frowned. "So what is it?" Leah clicked the keyboard. A shape appeared. Radar data from one of the outer satellites showed a large object, black, silent, and over 6 kilometers long. It had no engines, no signal, and no life signs. But it was the source of the code. And Peyo, an AOED. Alien ship. That night, Leah couldn't sleep. She sat on the rooftop, watching the stars. Above her, the night sky sparkled with satellites and floating drones. But her mind was with the ghost ship near Jupiter. What was it doing there? Why was it silent? And why did it talk only to her? In the early hours of the morning, her comlink beeped again. "Leah," Jax said, "we want in. We're building a ship. We're going to board that thing. You're serious? We need to know. We'll keep it quiet. No government. No cores, just us." "We could die," Leah whispered. "Or make history." Jax said, "They built the ship in 3 weeks. It was small, fast. and silent wrapped in stolen stealth tech and old military parts. They called it Wraith. It had no weapons. Just tools, data cables, and heavy suits. Its mission was simple: reach the alien ship, dock with it, and learn. They launched from a hidden pad in northern Greenland. No flight logs. No broadcast. No return date. Just 3 humans chasing a ghost. The journey took 9 days. During the long silence of space, they trained. Jock studied alien languages. Luna worked on adapting their AI to talk to non-human systems. Leah spent hours listening to the signal. And then on the 10th day, the Wraith slowed down. The black shape floated ahead, turning slowly in the light of Jupiter. It had no windows, no engines. Just long, sharp lines and a strange metal surface that seemed to absorb all light. "It's huge," Luna whispered. They moved in slowly. No defenses. No shields. No lights. Just silence. Leia guided the Wraith to a small opening on the ship's underside. A docking bay, maybe. They locked in. Magnetic arms held them steady. No alarm. They suited up. Their oxygen packs beeped softly. Inside her helmet, Leah could hear her own breathing. The airlock opened. Darkness. Not the normal kind. The light from their suits didn't reflect off the walls. It just died. They stepped into the alien ship. The metal under their feet was cold and smooth. Their boots made no sound. Walls curved strangely. Symbols were carved into the sides, similar to the code Leah saw earlier. "Recording everything," Luna said. Her helmet cam blinked. As they moved deeper, strange things began to happen. Leah's light flickered. Her HUD, head-up display, glitched for a second. She looked back. Jax was gone. "Jax?" She called out. No reply. She turned in panic, but Luna was still beside her. They both ran back only to find Jock standing calmly at the corner. "Where did you go?" Leah asked. "I was right here," he replied. "You both vanished." Something was wrong with time and space inside the ship. They moved forward more carefully now. The corridors didn't make sense. Some looped back. Others stretched too far. But at the center, they found something strange. A room. A large, round space with a black pedestal in the middle. Symbols floated in the air above it, glowing, shifting. Leia reached out. As soon as her fingers touched the pedestal, the ship breathed. Lights flickered to life. The walls began to hum. Something spoke, not in sound, but directly into their minds. "You are not the makers." Leah froze. Her heart pounded. "Who are you?" she asked, out loud and in her thoughts. There was a pause. Then the answer came. "You are the first. You touched the code. You are the key." They left the room, shaken. The ship was now alive. Doors opened before them. Lights guided their path. Systems came online. And the signal they had followed? It stopped because they were inside now. Weren't visitors anymore. They were part of it. Back on Earth, the first warning appeared on a government radar station. A small human vessel had entered restricted Jupiter space. It wasn't military. It wasn't a colony ship, and it wasn't responding. No one cared at first. Then they saw something else. The giant black shape near Jupiter had moved. The alien ship moved. It wasn't fast. It wasn't loud. But every radar station near Jupiter saw it. The silent black object, long thought to be a dead piece of metal, was now drifting slowly toward one of Jupiter's smaller moons. Earth Command took notice. They scanned for signals. There were none. They checked for heat. Nothing. Only one ship was nearby. A small, unregistered human vessel. The Wraith. A silent alert was sent to the Terran Security Council. Back on the ghost ship, Leah, Jax, and Luna didn't know the galaxy had noticed them. They were still inside the alien vessel, trying to understand its secrets. The air around them felt heavy now. The corridors glowed faintly. Pale blue lines ran along the walls and floors. guiding them like veins in a body. The ship had changed since they first stepped in. It wasn't just a structure anymore. It was a system, alive and aware. It's watching us, Jock said. Leah nodded slowly. But it hasn't attacked. They had returned to the central chamber, where Leah had first touched the pedestal. The floating symbols still moved in the air, slowly rotating like pieces of a puzzle. Luna stepped forward. "Let me try something." She pulled out a small data spike, a custom tool used for connecting to alien tech, and slid it into her wrist. "Port." She reached toward the pedestal. As soon as her fingers touched the surface, FLASH. All three of them were knocked back by a wave of energy. Leah gasped. She wasn't in the room anymore. She was standing on a cliff. Under two suns. The sky was green. Wind blew through silver trees. And in front of her stood a tall, thin being made of light and shadow. It didn't speak with words. It used feelings. "You opened the door," it said in her mind. "You do not know what waits inside." Leah tried to speak, but her mouth didn't move. "You are not like the builders. You are chaos and fire." Then, everything vanished. She woke up on the floor of the chamber. So did Jocks and Luna. They all sat up, breathing hard. "Did you see it?" Luna asked. "Yes," Leah whispered. "It was showing us something, a memory maybe, or a warning." Jock stood slowly. "This ship doesn't want to be alone, but it's also scared of us." Luna asked. Leah looked at the glowing pedestal. "Maybe, or maybe scared of what's coming." They moved deeper into the ship. Now the doors opened for them automatically. Lights followed them. The walls vibrated softly, like a giant heart beating through metal. Soon, they reached a wide hallway with huge glass panels on both sides. Behind the glass were strange machines, curved, floating devices, some cracked, others pulsing with light. "These look like weapons," Jack said. Leah frowned. "Or tools, we can't tell yet." Luna walked closer. One machine lit up. A ring of red light scanned her body. The glass shimmered and vanished. "It knows us now," she said. "And it's giving us access." They stepped inside. The room changed instantly. Holograms appeared around them, images of stars, planets, and alien ships. Lines of alien code moved beside each image. Leah walked slowly through the projections. Her eyes locked onto one image, a fleet of ships, all black like the one they stood in, fighting something massive. A creature looked like a living moon. Covered in tentacles and armor, it shot beams of energy that melted entire ships. "That's what this ship was built to fight," Jock said quietly. "And it lost," Leah added. "Badly." They watched the final image, a massive explosion. The alien fleet burning in space. The ghost ship drifting alone. The hologram shut off. Silence. Suddenly, a voice spoke, not in their heads, but through the ship itself. It was deep, mechanical, and full of age. Human presence detected. Command input required. Leah turned. The pedestal in the center of the room now glowed red. "It's asking for orders," Luna whispered. "It thinks we're its new captains," Jack said. Leah stepped forward. She placed both hands on the pedestal. Command accepted. The ship sighed. Status: inactive. Systems locked. Awaiting core activation. "Core activation?" Leah asked. A glowing path lit up on the floor, leading them to another corridor. "Let's follow it," she said. The path led them through twisting halls, deeper into the ship's heart. Here, the walls were darker, the lights dimmer. The air felt colder. They reached a massive chamber round, with a tall spire in the middle. The spire floated above a pool of light. Around it were chairs, not for humans. They were built for beings with longer arms, 3 legs, and no visible eyes. Leah walked to the edge of the platform. Inside the pool of light was the core, a floating orb, half organic, half machine. It pulsed like a beating heart. The ship's voice echoed again. Core locked. Mental interface required. Luna stepped forward. It wants to connect to one of us. That's dangerous, Jax warned. We don't know what it will do. Leah looked at the core. Then she stepped forward. The moment her hand touched the light, her body stiffened. A wave of images poured into her mind data, sounds, languages, pain, fear, war. She saw the builders. She saw the battles. She saw the moment the ship's last captain died. Then, silence. The ship spoke again, but only to her. You are now linked. What are you? Leah asked in her mind. I am Vorax, Unit 9, Battle Class. Last of the Sentinels, what do you want? A purpose. What happened to your creators? Destroyed, betrayed, consumed by the void. Leah trembled. What is the void? Vorax paused, then replied. The enemy that eats stars. Leah. Collapse.jax, and Luna rushed to help her. Her skin was cold. Her eyes flickered. After a minute, she opened them. It's awake now, she whispered. And it's mine. The ship changed again. Lights came alive across the hull. Engines powered on. External cameras showed that the ship had turned toward Jupiter's moon Ilara, a quiet, dead rock. But that wasn't where it was headed. Inside, the walls lit up with alerts. Warning, the ship's voice said. 2 unidentified crafts approaching, weapon systems armed. Leah stood up. Show them. A projection appeared. 2 sleek ships, black and silver, were flying fast toward them. Not human. Not friendly. Are those from the void? Jax asked. Leah looked at them. Double quotes, no. These aren't the creatures that killed the builders. These are someone else. Someone who wants the ship back. Luna stepped to the panel. Should we run? Leah shook her head. No. She placed her hand on the pedestal again. We fight. The black alien ship was no longer silent. Inside its ancient body, long-dead systems came alive. Lights pulsed along the walls. The floor vibrated. Engines hummed quietly, like a sleeping beast stirring for the first time in centuries. End. The control room. Leah Carson stood at the heart of it all. Her hand rested on the glowing pedestal. Her mind was linked with Vorax, the ship's artificial intelligence. Her thoughts were no longer her own. 2 ships are approaching fast, said Jax, staring at the glowing projection. What do they want? Luna asked. Leah didn't speak. She could feel the ship's voice inside her mind. They are scavengers, Vorax said. Not from the void, but dangerous. They hunt broken ships. They will try to take me apart. Leah's eyes narrowed. We don't run. The ship responded. Across its massive hull, strange panels opened. Old weapons, long asleep, came to life. Glowing blue energy flowed into huge cannon systems. Defense shields powered on for the first time in hundreds of years. The ghost ship was awake. The enemy ships were fast, sleek and sharp like flying knives. They moved with purpose. They sent a message. Unidentified vessel. Power down. You are in violation of salvage law. Prepare to be boarded. Luna laughed bitterly. They think this ship is junk. Jax looked at Leah. Do we answer? Leah's voice was calm. No, let the ship speak for us. The alien warship turned slowly, like a great beast stretching its limbs. Its cannons locked onto the approaching targets. Then it fired. The first shot was a beam of pure energy. It hit one of the ships directly. Boom. The ship exploded in a flash of light and fire. The second scavenger turned sharply and tried to escape, but it was too late. A glowing net of energy reached out, wrapped around it, and crushed its engines. The battle was over in 6 seconds. Luna's mouth dropped open. This ship is a monster. Jax nodded slowly. No, it's a god. Leah stepped back from the pedestal. Her body was cold. Her mind felt tired. She had seen the attack through the ship's eyes. She had felt the heat, the energy, the power. And she knew something else now. This ship wasn't just a tool. It had feelings, memories, regret. That night, they slept in one of the ship's safe chambers. The walls created beds from energy. Soft music played in the background. Clean oxygen filled the room. But Leah could not sleep. She sat alone in the hallway, watching the lights pulse on the floor. Vorax spoke again in her mind. "You are different from the builders." "I'm human," she said softly. "You are not organized, not united, not peaceful. But you have something else." "What?" "Will." Leah smiled faintly. "That's one word for it." Vorax went quiet for a moment. Then it said, "I lost my crew. I failed them. I drifted for 422 years. I was ready to sleep forever. So why wake up now?" "Because you answered. No one ever answered before." The next day, they explored the rest of the ship. Many rooms were still sealed. Others were filled with strange devices, machines for healing, machines for cloning, machines that sang in strange tones. But the most important find came deep in the lower decks. They found the memory room. It was a round chamber filled with floating orbs. Each orb held a piece of the ship's past. Leah touched one. She saw a memory. The builders, tall, beautiful beings with silver skin and long limbs, stood together on a glowing planet. They were not warriors. They were scientists. Explorers. Then came the void, a storm of dark creatures. They didn't use ships. They were ships. Living things that fed on light, stars, and life. The builders created ships like Vorax to defend themselves. They failed. Leah let go of the orb, her hand shaking. This wasn't just a war. It was a massacre. Jox nodded. And now the last weapon of that war is ours. Later, they gathered in the control room. Leah had a plan. "We can't keep this ship a secret forever," she said. "Soon, Earth will come looking." Luna crossed her arms. "Then what do we do? Hide?" Jox spoke up. "We make a choice. Do we return home, or do we become something new?" Leah turned toward the glowing maps on the wall. The ship had now scanned half the solar system. It showed Earth, Mars, Saturn, but it also showed something else. A dark area beyond Pluto. A signal. Weak, hidden. Familiar. "What is that?" Leah asked. Vorax replied instantly. "Another signal. Like mine, sleeping. Silent, hidden in the cold." Luna stepped forward. "Another ship?" Vorax said, "Another sentinel. My brother." Silence filled the room. "Another ship. Another ancient AI. Maybe asleep like Vorax, or maybe broken. Or worse. Can we reach it?" Leah asked. "Yes, 6 days. With current power. No one else knows it is there." Leah turned to her team. "Then we go. We find it before someone else does. Before it falls into the wrong hands." Jox raised an eyebrow. "Are we sure about this?" "No," Leah said honestly. "But we've come this far. And now we're in a game much bigger than Earth." As they prepared to leave Jupiter's orbit, Vorax sent a pulse through its systems. Old engines, hidden deep in the ship's spine, woke up. The hull began to glow faintly. The stars around them seemed to bend. The ship was no longer just drifting. It was moving with purpose. But they were not alone. Far away, on a secret base near Mars, a group of Earth's top military leaders watched the Wraith's signal. They knew the small human ship had merged with the alien vessel. They had seen the destroyed scavenger ships. They were not happy. General Tarek, commander of Terran Space Command, stood in front of a large screen. "We can't let a civilian crew control alien tech," he said. "Send the fleet." Back on the alien ship, Leah looked out the window. Stars passed by in silence. She wondered what Earth would do when it learned the truth. Would they welcome her? Fear her? Try to take the ship? She didn't know, but she felt something new inside her. A sense of destiny. She touched the wall. "Vorax, are you ready?" "I am whole again," I am ready to fight, ready to protect. Leah smiled. Then let's wake up your brother. The stars shifted, and the ghost ship, now alive and angry, flew into the dark. The alien ship moved fast through the outer solar system, far beyond the orbit of Neptune. Stars looked sharper now, and space felt colder. They were heading into the unknown. Inside, the crew was quiet. Leah stood at the command pedestal, eyes locked on the dark path ahead. Her hand gently rested on the glowing controls. The ship responded to her like a living being, quick, smooth, obedient. But not everyone was happy. Dane, the fourth crew member, watched from the shadows. He had arrived 2 days earlier, sneaking aboard the Wraith's old stealth pod and docking with the alien ship secretly. He was once part of the same hacker circle as Leah, but he'd been kicked out for breaking code without care. He had his own mission now. He wanted the ship for himself. Dane believed Leah was weak. She talked to the alien ship like it was a friend. She respected its feelings. But Dane saw something else. Power. Raw. Endless power. He had watched the ship destroy 2 advanced alien crafts in seconds. He had seen the ship heal itself, fly faster than human vessels, and access knowledge that didn't exist in Earth's best databases. In Dane's mind, Leah was wasting it. That night, while the others slept, Dane moved silently through the lower halls. He wore a black cloak, hiding tools and tech inside. His small AI assistant, called Nyx, hovered near his shoulder, scanning silently. "Find the main control core," he whispered. Nyx responded in a soft tone. "Core located. Sublevel 4. Locked. High-level access required." Dane smiled. Time to unlock it. Meanwhile, Leah sat in the bridge, speaking softly with Vorax. How many sentinels were made? She asked. The ship replied in her mind. 9. I am Unit 9. The others were destroyed in battle or lost in time. Only one remains unconfirmed. Unit 4. And we're going to find it, Leah said. Yes, Vorax replied. But danger waits. Something dark stirs near the old stars. Leah didn't fully understand, but her gut told her. Something worse than scavengers was coming. In the morning, Luna discovered someone had entered the lower levels. Security panel shows a breach. She told Jax, could be a glitch. He replied, but Leah didn't take risks. Let's check it, she said. They went down 3 humans walking through an alien warship, their steps echoing in the glowing halls. And what they found shocked them. Dane stood in front of the ships command core, hands deep in glowing panels. He was trying to bypass the control system, trying to take over the ship directly. Dane! Leah shouted. He turned slowly, no guilt in his eyes. You're not fit to lead this, he said. You don't understand what we have. Step away from the core, Jax warned. No, Dane said. This ship belongs to whoever controls it, and I just found the root layer. With a few changes, I can lock you all out. That'll hurt the ship, Leah said. You're forcing access. It's alive, Dane. It's a machine. Dane shouted. It doesn't care about us, it just needs orders. Suddenly, the lights dimmed. A deep sound like metal grinding echoed through the room. Vorax had noticed, and it was not happy. The walls began to move. Panels closed. The floor shifted. A thick barrier of black metal rose between Dane and the control panel. The lights turned red, and Vorax's voice filled the air. Louder than ever before. Security threat detected. Intruder protocol active. Dane stepped back, fear on his face. Wait. No, I'm not a threat. But the ship didn't believe him. Metal arms reached from the walls, wrapping around Dane, holding him in place. His tools fell to the ground with a sharp clang. Leah, stop it! He yelled. Leah stepped forward, speaking to the ship. Vorax, don't kill him, just restrain him. There was silence. Then the arms released Dane and dropped him to the floor. Another barrier rose between him and the core. The lights turned blue again. They locked Dane in one of the old alien holding chambers. "He'll be safe," Jack said. "For now," Leah replied. She felt sick inside. He had tried to steal the ship and nearly broken it. If Dane had succeeded, the ship might have gone wild, or shut down, or attacked them all. Leah now understood controlling Vorax wasn't just about code. It was about trust. That night, as the ship neared its destination, a dark moon in deep space, the crew gathered in the bridge. The signal was close. Vorax showed it on the map, a small point of light under the ice. Unit 4. Leah whispered. They landed carefully, using soft thrusters. The dark moon was silent, dead, frozen, but something pulsed beneath. "We'll go together," Leah said. They wore pressure suits, brought scanners. No weapons, only light and trust. They stepped out into the dark. The ice cracked beneath their boots. Each step echoed strangely. The scanners beeped softly, growing louder as they moved forward. Then they found it. Half buried in the ice was a massive metal surface, black, shaped like Vorax, but damaged. One side had collapsed. The front was torn open. They had found Unit 4, and it looked dead. Inside, it was dark. No lights. No sound. Just silence. They moved slowly, following damaged hulls. The ship groaned under their weight. Then Luna spotted something. A pedestal like Vorax's. Leah stepped forward. Touched it gently. At first, nothing. Then a flicker. One light. Then two. Then the whole ship shivered, and a voice, broken, weak, spoke. Unit 4 online. Error. Crew lost. The ship was barely alive, but it was alive. Suddenly, the ice behind them cracked. Jax turned fast. A shadow moved in the storm. Then another. Figures. Not human. "Leah," he said quietly. "We have company." Through the snow, 6 tall shapes appeared, metal, alive, and glowing. "Machines, but not sentinels. Hunters. Quotes, "The enemy found us," Luna said. "We have to leave, now." Leah spoke to Unit 4 quickly. "We're here to help. You're not alone." But the ship didn't answer. Too weak. Leah made a choice. She grabbed a data cord, linked it to her suit, and uploaded a piece of Vorax's code, a lifeline. The floor shook. The lights grew brighter. Unit 4 began to awaken. Outside, the hunters ran toward them. Back on Vorax, alarms screamed. "Hostile signals detected. 6 units. Advanced. Biological metal mix." "Leah is still outside," Jax yelled. Vorax replied, "Defend or retrieve." Jax shouted, "Both." The alien ship lifted into the air, flew over the icy moon, and opened its side bay. A bright light reached down. Leah saw it. "Go, go!" she shouted. They ran, ice breaking behind them. The hunters followed, fast and sharp, firing beams of red energy. One shot hit Jax's leg. He fell hard. Luna turned back. "I've got him." They reached the beam of light Vorax's pickup zone. One by one, they jumped in. Leah was last. As she jumped, a hunter reached for her, but Unit 4 woke up. It released a shockwave, pure energy, that blasted the hunters back. Then it went silent again. Vorax closed the bay door. Inside, the crew collapsed, breathing hard. Leah crawled to the window and looked down. Unit 4 lay still, but alive. "We need to come back," she said. "We can't leave it here." Vorax replied softly, "Agreed." The ship turned and left the moon for now. Leah sat beside Jax, who groaned in pain. Luna patched him up. Dane sat silently in his locked cell, watching through a small screen. He had seen the whole thing, the hunters, the power, the risk. And still, he wanted control. Vorax spoke again in Leah's mind. "You made the right choice. This war is not over. You will need allies. You will need more than me." Leah looked at the stars ahead. "Then we'll wake every last sentinel." The news spread like wildfire. Unidentified human ship captured an alien warship near Jupiter. Alien technology in human hands, danger or breakthrough. Every screen on Earth showed the image of the massive black ship drifting in space. The government called it the Lost Sentinel. But lost no more. In the great hall of the Terran Space Command, leaders gathered in tight groups. The air was thick with tension. General Tarek, a man known for his cold eyes and sharp mind, stood before the giant hologram of the alien ship. "This changes everything," he said. "A rogue crew controls alien weapons beyond our understanding." "Are they our heroes or threats?" asked Ambassador Lin, a calm woman in her 40s. "Too soon to say," Tarek answered. "But we cannot allow this to continue unchecked." Back in the secret chambers, the president watched the reports. His face was pale. "We must control the situation," he said to his advisors. "If other nations or alien powers learn of this, we risk war." His chief of security nodded. "We suggest sending the Terran fleet to Jupiter to capture or destroy that ship." The president hesitated. "Or we could try to negotiate." The room was silent. No one trusted negotiations anymore. On Earth's news channels, the debate raged. Some called Leah and her crew heroes. They had taken a giant step for humanity. Others feared them. A small group with a powerful alien warship was unpredictable and dangerous. They could start a war, one commentator said. "Or save us from one," another replied. People in the streets were divided. Protests began. "Give us the ship," shouted some. "Destroy the alien weapon," cried others. Meanwhile, Leah and her crew had no idea. They were far away, near Saturn's orbit, repairing the alien ship. The damage from the Hunter's attack was worse than they thought. Some systems were offline. The ship groaned in pain. Leah looked at the repair panel. "Vorax, what can we fix now?" The ship's voice was soft. "Engines stabilized. Shields at 60%. Weapons offline." "Not enough," Jock said. "We need more parts." Luna nodded. "We can't get supplies here. We'll have to find something." That's when Leah got a message. It was faint, encrypted, but unmistakably from Earth. "Leah Carson, this is Captain Holly of the Terran fleet. We are coming to you. Stand down." Leah stared at the screen. She knew the fleet was powerful. Ships armed with weapons that could destroy planets, and they were coming for her. Crew gathered. "We can't fight the fleet with what we have," Luna said. "We can't give up the ship," Leah replied. "So what do we do?" Jox asked. Leah looked at the stars. "We negotiate, but on our terms." Aboard the Terran flagship, Captain Heil prepared his speech. "We are here to protect Earth and its people," he told his officers. "But if this rogue group threatens peace, we will act." The fleet approached slowly. Communication channels were open, but silent. All waited for the first move. Leah opened a channel. Her voice was steady. "Captain Hale, we mean no harm. We have no interest in fighting Earth, but we will not surrender. This ship," Hale's voice came back, "then prepare for boarding. We will take the ship." Leah smiled sadly. "You don't know what you're asking." Suddenly, the alien ship reacted. Shields flared. Engines hummed loudly. A message appeared on all fleet screens. "This ship is under human command. Any attack will be met with full retaliation." Tension rose. The fleet halted. No one wanted to start a war yet. Behind the scenes, the president called an emergency meeting. "We need to control Leia and her crew, or they will force our hand." His advisors argued. Some said, "Use force now." Others said, "Find a way to work with them." The debate went on. On the alien ship, Leah made a decision. "We'll send a delegation to Earth. Show them what we have learned. Ask for peace." Jox nodded. "And prepare defenses if talks fail." Leah didn't finish the sentence. The story was far from over. The galaxy watched closely. A small human crew had taken control of an alien warship. Earth's fate was about to change. The stars were quiet. Too quiet. Leah stood on the bridge of the alien ship, watching the endless black space outside. The huge warship hummed softly beneath her feet, alive and alert. Beside her, Jax and Luna studied the star charts. They had just sent a message to Earth, a plea for peace and cooperation. But now, something new appeared on the sensors. "Captain," Luna said, pointing at the screen. "Unidentified fleet. Large. Approaching fast." Jax leaned closer. The blips on the radar were strange. Too many ships. Too fast. Too organized. "How many?" Leia asked. "At least 50, Luna said. "And they're not friendly." On the bridge of the approaching fleet, a massive command ship towered over the others. Its black hull was covered in spikes and glowing red lines. A deep voice spoke through the ship's intercom. "Terran forces, stand down. This is the Void. We have come for the Sentinel." The Void. The name sent chills through every human who had heard it. The Void was a deadly alien force. Creatures made of living darkness, capable of swallowing entire stars. The Builder's ancient enemy. The destroyer of worlds. Back on the alien ship, Leah's face hardened. "The Void found us." Jax gritted his teeth. "They want to kill Vorax. To destroy this ship and its power." Luna looked at Leah. "What do we do?" Leah took a deep breath. "We fight." Vorax's voice filled her mind again. "The Void is strong. They destroyed my fleet long ago, but together we might stop them." Leah nodded. "Then prepare all defenses. We don't back down." The alien ship roared to life. Its engines flared. Shields flashed brighter and weapons hummed in readiness. The crew moved quickly, preparing for battle. Jax and Luna armed the ship's cannons. Leah stayed close to the control pedestal, linked with Vorax. The Void fleet surrounded them quickly. Dark ships, alive and moving like shadows, closed in from all sides. The first attack was sudden. Beams of dark energy shot toward the alien ship. Shields flared, absorbing the blast. "Return fire!" Jax shouted. The alien ship's weapons glowed blue and fired. Energy beams tore through the darkness, destroying several Void ships, but more came. The battle raged. Explosions lit the black space. The alien ship moved like a predator, dodging attacks and striking back. But the Void was relentless. They came in waves, overwhelming the defenses. Inside the ship, alarms screamed. Leia's heart pounded. She could feel Vorax struggling, pushing engines and weapons to their limits. "We can't hold much longer," Vorax warned. Luna called out. "Captain, hull breach in Sector 7. Jax rushed to the damage control panel. "Seal the breach. Send repair teams." Suddenly, the ship shook violently. A Void ship rammed their side. Metal twisted. Fires broke out. Leah stumbled but kept her balance. She spoke calmly. "Vorax, initiate emergency protocols." The ship responded. Hidden compartments opened. Energy fields created barriers. Repair drones flew out, fixing damage quickly. But the Void was adapting. They changed tactics. More Void ships appeared, moving to attack the Wraith, the small human ship still docked on the alien vessel. Luna's voice was tense. "They want to destroy the Wraith." Jax nodded. "If they destroy our home, we lose everything." Leah made a decision. "Activate cloaking on the Wraith. Hide it inside the ship." Vorax hummed. Cloaking activated, Wraith concealed. The battle continued. Time stretched. The crew worked non-stop, fighting, repairing, and planning. Leah knew this was only the beginning. Suddenly, a strange signal interrupted the battle. It was from Unit-4. The damaged sentinel they had found earlier. Its voice was weak but clear. "Help. I am reactivating. Join me." Leah smiled. "We're coming." They directed the alien ship toward the dark moon. Again, Unit 4 systems were booting up. Slowly, It rose from the ice. The Void Fleet noticed that they attacked the moon. Dark energy. Rain down. Leah ordered full speed ahead. The two sentinels met. Light and shadow clashed. Together. They fought. Back on Earth. The fleet watched helplessly. The real enemy was not human. It was the Void. And humanity's fate depended on the small crew and their alien ships. Space burned with light and fire. The two alien warships, Vorax and Unit 4, stood side by side near the icy moon, facing the massive Void Fleet. Dozens of dark enemy ships moved like shadows across the stars, firing beams of pure energy. The galaxy watched. And in the center of it all, Leah Carson, a human hacker turned commander, stood on the bridge of Vorax, ready to fight for her crew, her ship, and her planet. Inside the alien ship, everything shook. Explosions echoed through the long metal halls. Lights blinked. Smoke poured from the side walls where circuits burned. Leah stood strong at the command pedestal, her hand resting on the glowing controls. Vorax's voice filled her mind. Shields at 30%. Weapons damaged. Engines overheating. Jox called out from his station. "We've lost starboard cannons." Luna shouted, "Void ships are trying to flank us again." Dane, still locked in the lower deck, watched the chaos from a security screen. For the first time he looked afraid. Unit 4, the second alien ship, was fighting beside them. Its weapons were less powerful. Its systems still weak. But it did not run. It fired energy beams, shields glowing as it took hit after hit. A voice came from its transmission channel. "Broken, but strong. I fight for the builders. And for the humans now." Leah smiled. "We're not alone anymore." Suddenly, the main screen lit up with a new message. The Void command ship had arrived. It was 10 times larger than the others, covered in black armor. Glowing red eyes moved across its surface like a living creature. And from deep within it, a voice echoed. "Across every channel, return the sentinels, or be erased." Leah stepped forward. "We are the sentinels now." She shut off the channel. And gave the order. "All weapons fire." The two ships opened fire. Blue energy lit the stars. Void ships exploded, torn apart by the raw force of ancient technology. But the enemy kept coming. Back on Earth, the president watched the battle from the Terran Command Center. General Turek stood beside him. "This is bigger than we imagined," the president said. "We cannot help them, not from here." Turek clenched his jaw. "But if they win, Earth wins." Leah's hands trembled. The alien ship was hurting. She could feel its pain through the link. Vorax's voice was softer now. Power failing. "Reactor breach in 15 minutes. Jox looked at her. "If the core breaks down, we'll lose everything." Luna shouted, "We need to retreat." But Leah shook her head. "If we run, Earth is next." She turned to Vorax. "Give me full control." The ship paused. Then responded. Link complete. Light surrounded Leah. Her mind entered the ship completely. She saw everything. The walls, the energy lines, the memories of battles long past, and something else. A plan. She sent commands directly through her thoughts. The ship moved faster, fired harder, danced through enemy fire, like it had come alive. Luna and Jox watched in awe. The ship was no longer just a tool. It was Leah's body, Leah's weapon, Leah's soul. They pushed through the center of the Void Fleet, destroyed ship after ship. Until only the command ship remained. Unit 4 was nearly destroyed. Its hull was broken. Its voice faded. "Is my last fight. Finish what we started." Leah made her final move. She flew Vorax straight at the Void command ship. The enemy tried to stop her, but they were too late. She gave one last order. "Vorax, prepare the core for overload." The ship spoke sadly. "You will not survive." Leah smiled. "I know. But Earth will." Jock screamed, "Leah, no." Luna tried to stop her, but the door sealed. The ship picked up speed. Inside the bridge, Leah stood alone, eyes glowing blue with energy. Her body shook. Her heart was calm. She had chosen this. She whispered softly, "Goodbye, my friends." And she closed her eyes. Boom. A blast brighter than any star lit up the sky. The Void command ship exploded, torn apart by the overloaded core of Vorax. All Void ships stopped moving, then faded into ash. Silence. Then a voice came from space. It was Unit 4. "The enemy is gone." On board the small wraith, Jax and Luna held each other, tears in their eyes. Leia was gone, but she had saved them all. Back on Earth, the skies were quiet. Again. The president watched the signal disappear. He whispered, "She gave us a future." Weeks passed, repairs were made. Unit 4 returned to Earth. With Jax and Luna. Dane was released, but watched. People honored Leia's name, not as a warrior, but as a guardian, the first human sentinel. And out in deep space, something stirred. Another sentinel. Another call. Another hero waiting to answer.